Hey everyone, this is Madman bringing you another RSL video. It's been a while since we did the last video. We are now currently on day 39. Apologies there, but you know, life happens sometimes and you got to just step away. So I've been trying to do at least daily minimums and stuff while dealing with a lot of the other stuffs, but so here's my progression. Let's just go to the tavern here. I got Warmaiden up to level 60, and Shieldguard I got up to 50 the day after. But we're going to go ahead, since it's been a few days, we got some chickens, we got some food. So we're going to go ahead and make Shieldguard a 6-star. Now he's a 6-star. Let's see. All right, we have enough here to ascend him. So we'll go ahead and max him out on Ascension. Now, I didn't want necessarily to go to Shieldguard first to 60 as far as the spirit. So your first 4, you're probably going to want to, whatever starter hero. Then maybe Warmaiden or Shieldguard. I wanted to actually do Armiger. But with Shieldguard, he's farmable, so all my skills here are maxed out because I was able to get enough copies of them to max them out, and then some. Fortunately, I've been working my tail off and haven't quite got enough copies of Warmaiden just yet. She's just not dropping that much. I was doing a lot of farming of level 7 there to try and get her, but still haven't quite gotten her. Of course, that's the other reason. Armiger is not farmable, but he does show up from time to time in the shop. So when he does, I've been purchasing them and using them as a book instead of, as you can see, I've got quite a few rare books there. But the reason I want to do him is because of, one, this enemy max HP, so good for dragons and spider early on, and also for this 30% decrease in turn meter if it's critical. The problem is getting Armiger up, and let's take a look at him real quick here. As you can see, 33% is his crit rate right now. So for him to have, he needs to be at 100% to get that 30% decrease in turn meter. So I got a little ways to go. I can probably upgrade his artifacts, but I'm not too concerned with him right now. Working on Shieldguard. Now, just the other day, I decided to take my two voids. I had Painkeeper already, and I got lucky, and I got Reliquary Tender. And she is a very good, rare void champion. Now, she's not going to do a whole lot for you as far as our attack. Attacks enemies, has a 20% chance placing a decreased attack buff for 2 turns. And of course, you can book that up to 50%. You can add some more damage, but you're not really worried about her as being a damage dealer. What you want is this one right here. Removes all debuffs from all allies, then places 15% continuous heal on them for 2 turns. And you can get this book down to 3, so when you want to do books, not really concerned. That's a lot of books laying in there, but if you can get to 2 here, boom, call it quits. And maybe in this one too. Revives an ally with 30% HP and then fills their turn meter by 30%. You can get it down to 5 turns. So those 2 skills are what really makes Reliquary Tender nice, especially her A2, removing all them buffs. So you get a bunch of poisons, stuns, decreased defense, or whatever, but and she'll wipe them off and then give you a continuous heal for 2 turns. It's not, you know, a massive amount of heal, but I believe 15% is possibly the big version, so that is good. Now, the reason I chose Warmaiden to 6-star right after Kale, let's see, she can place a poison in here. Places increased attack, but here's her Crumbling Blast. And she's one of very few heroes that she can attack all enemies, has a 75% chance, and when booked, 100% chance of placing decreased defense. 60%, that's the big version, and 100% chance. There's not many legendaries or epic heroes that can do what she can do. Now, she doesn't do as much damage as they do, but she can do a lot. Of course, the sad part is it's based on attack, so but you get her attack up. The other part is you got to get her crit rate. You need to get that up to 100%. So still working on it. Not super great gear here. Kale got a little bit better gear. I've gave him a few little improvements, but not massively. As you can see, not everything's a 16. I probably need to work on the speed boots or whatever. So, speaking of equipment, so see, like this is a 5-star, or if this was a 5 or a 6-star. Now, HP flat stat, not good. Same with defense, but you know, accuracy and resistance are going to be flat stats. So if this had hit twice, one of these two, that's close to a godlike piece of equipment. Let's see. Yeah, double crit rate right here. This is close to. Now, you get triple roll. That's god tier equipment, whether it's 5-star or 6-star. Obviously 6-star. If you get a legendary piece, and I don't even know if I have a legendary piece yet. Okay, yep, here's a legendary piece. Crit damage, not to the point where, you know, I need to be more worried about crit rate. Well, not on him, but if I drop, see, I dropped 44%. Now, I could potentially pick it up, and that'd be better, but I need the lifesteal gear right now on Kale anyway. But if, now, flat stat defense, no good, but the other 3, so if you hit, there's whales that probably got 1, 2, maybe 3, 4 pieces, where it hits 4 times on one of these. And that's, man, that's top of the top piece of equipment, whether it's 5-star or 6-star. To get it to land 4 times, that's real difficult. So if you get a 3, that's god tier. But probably the best piece of equipment you're ever gonna get is if you got a legendary and you hit it 4 times, and the main stat is something that you want, because it doesn't have to be crit damage. Maybe you need crit rate. Maybe you need defense. Maybe you need speed. Maybe you need resistance. Whatever. So you can't go off of the primary stat, but if it's a stat that you need, plus it's got a quadruple roll somewhere in here, I mean, that's it. That's going to be the top of the top of the top. And about the only way it could go better is if maybe, you know, it's a set that you want. Like if it was speed, you know, or defense. It's a defense hero. It's only two artifacts to get that plus 15%. So, you know, if I like, okay, I don't want them in lifesteal gear, but there's better gear. And then I got that piece plus another defense piece to give an extra 15%. Plus it's got the main stat that I really want. And I hit a quadruple roll. Then it doesn't get any better. Doesn't get any better than that. So, but I haven't bothered rolling it up because I don't have a need for it just yet. But it is 5-star. So 5 or 6-star. And you're hitting 3 or 4 times. I want to say, let's see here. Filter. Speed boots. I'm going to show you right here. It's offense, so it's not the greatest set in the world. But This is a godlike piece if I get it up to all the way up to max, because I hit crit rate twice. Flat stat HP sucks. Now if I'd have hit double flat stat HP, if it weren't for the fact that I'm, limited on decent speed boots, if that would have been HP percentage or defense percentage or something, where it's like, all right, potential, and then I hit double flat stat on HP, I'm probably actually selling this piece. In fact, I'll show you on another piece. I think it's HP percentage. Very disappointing right here. Perception. HP percentage. Down the line, you might want to put it on HP Hero. The only reason I kept it is because, well, it's 5-star HP defense twice. I'm probably going to sell this down the line, but for now, with crit rate and crit damage, I can keep it. Plus, it gives me an extra 40 accuracy plus 5% speed on 2 sets. So perception is very good sets. Another one HP, flat stat defense. Right now, I'm not selling it, but when you get to the point where you're getting enough 5 and maybe even 6-star gear, you're going to start selling it. So I'm going to just show you quickly here. Let's do this, because you're going to start filling up with gear. I mean, look at how much gear I got here. I got 518. I think you can go to 1,000. Probably need to clear this out. Start clearing this out. But, just keeping 4-star speed gear for right now. Probably really don't need any of this 3-star stuff. But eventually you're just going to have, a common stuff, and you're going to be eventually getting rid of that. You're not going to keep any common pieces. You might keep something like this because you're going to double hit that, but eventually you're probably even 5-star gloves or 6-star gloves that are just uncommon. You're going to be getting rid of that. And then things like this, right? On my main account, this is the point I'm at. It's got to be 5 or 6-star. When I see this, I'll upgrade it to, say, level 4. And if it hits HP, I'm selling it. Now right now I won't actually sell this, even if it does hit that. But see how it hit on my main account. On that point, I'm stopping there and I'm selling because it didn't cost me too much silver to upgrade it. And let's just see. And I could sell this for 8,000. So probably break even, but they'll start getting higher or whatever. Now, if it had hit crit rate, I probably would have gone up to 8. And then if it hit HP again, I'm probably still selling it. Probably breaking even. But, so that's how you can kind of clean up through your gear. Of course, 2 easy places to really do this, clean up your gear, is, look, if the main stat's HP and his gloves, HP, that's a flat stat. You don't want flat stat on these 2 pieces. There is kind of one exception, but we're so far away, it's ridiculous. I'm not sure why I rolled that up. This one I might keep just because it's got the speed and I could hit a triple roll. And that might be helpful for a decent amount of time, being a 5-star. But the rest of this, 3-star, flat stat, sold. Then you go down, you do the same thing for attack. 5-star. Probably doing some auto stuff and just didn't go through. And speed and defense, don't care. 4-star, attack, speed. I hate to do a legendary. Let's see, defense 10, HP 10, resistance. Chances are pretty good. Plus it's a flat stat. Guess what? Legendary piece of equipment. Going down the coffer. Go ahead and sell that. Sell that. Let's see. Defense with attack. Yep. Don't care. Those are pretty low stats. And boom. I just cleared up some gear real quick. And then you could do other things. if I can get the click to go. You do the same thing here. So for this time, you're going to go to substats because those are all going to beat flat stats. You say flat stat HP. Okay, I double hit accuracy, so that's a pretty good piece. It's not 5 or 6 star, but that's what you want. You want to hit double like that. So this one I'd roll up. If I hit at HP once, I'm selling it. I hit HP percentage though, so I kept that. And then just use my glyphs to make it a little bit better. I hit speed, I hit resistance. Those two aren't bad. I can tolerate that 1 HP there. This probably got to go. Shield stuff I don't want to get rid of just yet. Or relentless, just because there's so little bit of that set. But so you get the point there, and then you can move on. Do the same thing with attack, especially on this rare pieces like attack and defense. Okay, I probably got enough accuracy, and I can get the accuracy sets through farming, so just sell that. Might keep that just because of the accuracy, but if I hit the attack, that's going to be sold. That's so low, I'm going to sell it anyway. See, like this one, I hit attack. Now, I'm still keeping around because I might still hit speed, and it's 5 star right now. But down the line, definitely be gone by already. Same thing here. If I hit attack. But it costs a lot of coin to start upgrading these things. That's why you don't want to go too far into the upgrade. And then be like regretting it. So that's how I get rid of some of my gear. I haven't gone through it lately, like I said, because I've just been kind of doing the daily stuff and farming it, and there you go. Now, getting back to getting everybody up to level 60. So Shieldguard's next, but as you can see, I got Magic, Force, Spirit Affinity, all 6 star. I just got to get him up to 60 next. I was going to go Painkeeper, but I'm going to go with Reliquating Tinder because she's more useful in general. And then it will probably be someone between Haikatoon and Armiger. Now, if you don't have a Reliquating Tinder, I don't know that I recommend taking her up too hard. But you get Shaman after, I can't remember, was it a week? So at least take her up to 40. She can help with reviving anyway. She revives an ally and gives some HP. Now, she doesn't have heal, but she does have the revive, so you don't need to take her up much past 40, but 40 is useful. As you see, I didn't even ascend her or anything. I'm trying to think. Got some food in here and stuff. I haven't really expanded, obviously, too much. I did expand once because I'm starting to get these new little heroes here, or champions, from this current fusion going on. But then I might work a little bit on Elf Guard and Zephyr Sniper here. As you can see, some of these champions I'm keeping around. Some of them for fusion. I don't think the farmable ones, other than Gore, because I think Gore Mask is his name right here. He's part of a fusion. Other than him, the other ones, I can't remember. I think it's Valerie, maybe. It's not War Priest. But heals the target by 20%, so you can use her as a War Priest as a healer. If you don't get someone like Reliquating Tinder or some other healer. And I believe War Priest is farmable. If not, it's pretty easy to get. But hopefully by day 30 you've got some better healer than a farmable one. But there's some farmable ones. You could do that, take them up. I don't know that I'd take them much past 50, because hopefully by the time you get your first 4 champions all the way up to 6 star and level 60, hopefully you got a better healer there. Now the reason I go with Haikatoon is because of her speed whir. 19% in all battles, so that definitely helps so that you can go first or whatever. And then you can start putting together a pretty decent arena team and kind of speed tuning them. Now, let's see where we at. So Faction Wars, we'll show you Faction Wars and Dark Elves. This is only the one I've been doing it. Need to check real quick. As you can see, I've got passed, but oops. Been doing my missions. I could probably get this one locked out. This one's ready to go. Already can clear stage 1 I'm in. This one's already set up. This one's set up. So I could knock those out real quick if I go ahead and put the attack percentage. But man, you know, spinning up that silver and then go quick. Now getting up to level 12 is not too bad, but once you get beyond that, it's crazy. Let's see advanced stuff. Let's see artifacts, silver keys. So okay, Doom Tower, forget it. I am still nowhere near what you got. You're gonna have to have at least 4 level 60 heroes and probably a level 40 or 50 and some pretty damn decent gear before you can even start clearing Doom Tower. So I'm not even been worried about that. I can go in the dungeons at some point, but the rest of it, you know, I got to get something to 16 here, win the classic fights, and you can see weekly, other than doing it one more day, and the dailies are all done. Been doing some of the challenges. Got to get some more champions up to level 50, so it's, you know, when you're not spending any money, and you can see my gems are up there a little bit. Once or twice, I think I spent gems once or twice because I've not been getting the double XP daily pretty much since I hit day 30, except for every now and then. So that kind of hurts. But when I did get it, I spent a little bit so I could grind up some food there and get Reliquary Tender up to level 40 real quick while I was getting double XP. Alright. I'm going to show you arena real quick. Just super quick. As you can see here, I'm in Silver 3. I've been bouncing between Silver 3 and Silver 2. So when I started this, it was about the time they made the changes to the arena. Of course, I was doing better because you can see I'm keeping my champion count down. Not many of them have gear. So you can see here, like, okay, there's 65, and I'll show you mine. I'm at 56. So, decent amount of little gear. I think it probably maybe push that higher. I don't know if anybody's got better gear than her. Maybe Gnarl or near. But I don't even think I got gear on High Katoon yet or anything. She's going to be one you want to make fast. So you're just going to put her on speed gear, hopefully with speed stuff. Of course, if you get double and triple rolls of speed, you may not need speed gear all the way around. But, in fact, we'll take a look at her in a little while. But that's where I am in an arena and just keeping, and that's not a bad place to be right now. It's still a pretty fresh account. I don't even have, you know, I don't even have 3 heroes all the way up to level 60 yet. So, you know, seeing 4 level 60 here and they're only at 65, that's not very strong, but it's hard to get the gear up. And then I am doing tag team every now and then because it's easy gold, but you know, as you can see, I try and only do where I can at least win 2 of the battles and get 12 bars of gold versus just 6 or none. Preferably get all 3 and get 18, and I'm up to almost 4,000. Now what I could be doing, I could be getting fragments for her or him because it's hard to get void champions, and they are part of the Broadmaw fusion, or I could be slowly collecting these, but it would take 100 days to get this champion, this legendary, and you'd have to be spot on collecting every, you almost have to set a timer so you knew every day go collect them. Otherwise, you might miss a day, and now it's 100 days, and you may not even want to play that long. I'm trying to figure out what to do with this account myself. Since this is not my main account, and I just wanted to make, like I said, some video guides for newer players from the perspective of someone who does have small amount of knowledge of the game and stuff. Not like these big whales or these content creators, because they love to sit there and, you noticed, oh yeah, Reliquary Tinder is great. Well, level 60, fully ascended, all masteries, booked out, and then you're putting them in damn good gear that we're nowhere near yet. I mean, I don't have that much great gear on my 90. I think I'm at 90 to 100 days on my main account. I still don't have that much. So, what's the point there? Because this is a slow grinding thing. But that's Arena, Faction Wars. I just wanted to make sure I didn't need to kill a boss, because once you get the boss. So we can just show you this battle real quick. Of course, I got my Kale. I got my Painkeeper. I don't even remember his name. He's just kind of food. He's not eating anything. She's not in any real special gear, but I go ahead and do this battle here and try and get myself, a little bit higher glyphs out of it. And when you do these faction wars, you're just going to get random glyphs, right? It's not like, hey, you're only going to get speed glyphs from this type of faction, or HP percentage glyphs from this type of faction. It's a random drop, depending on the level you're fighting. I guess we'll have to look back in once we're done with this battle. 1 to 3 star glyphs, and it's going to be random. But obviously, the further you progress along, the higher the glyph is going to be. And then that's still a potential chance. I mean, it may not turn out to be anything better than a 1-star glyph, right? It's all RNG, and it can suck. But see, yeah, so I got a 1-star, but even though it's that 3-star, I go roll, I go put that glyph on, and I might get the 1-star benefit instead of the 3-star, so who knows. But I'm over here at Lizardman. Hey, I can farm stage 1. That's pretty much about it. So that's what I've been doing. So go ahead and farm, even if it's just stage 1, farm it. But that's Faction Wars. Clan Boss, I'm still on normal. I'm doing about 2 million a key with this team. Now I just 6-starred him, and I can get him up. I mean, I could feed him a bunch of beers and get him up real quick. Hopefully we'll start doing a little more damage. I need to put some gear on Reliquary Tinder and substitute her for War Priest, because if I make her, to take a hit strong enough, she might be able to revive another ally that goes down. And then it depends on your team, because you can see we've still got 88% of the clan boss to go. I'm stuck on heart on my main account. I can do like 10 to 12 million damage. I got almost 1 key it. Every once in a blue moon I actually can 1 key, to get the top prize here. Not very often. Usually I'm right at about the 10.8 to 10.2 mark on my main account. But so easily 2 key in it. In fact, what I ended up doing is 2 keys on hard, 1 key on normal, just to use up the keys, because you get 1 or 2 keys during the day. But until my entire clan can help and we can get this completed down to 100% cleared off, I can't move up into brutal. It will not let me move up into brutal. So yeah, you can do these first 3 stages, but the entire team's got to do it. And you see here That's probably not going to happen on this account. I'll probably have to jump clan boss teams because, you know, here we are. There's only 2 of us. I don't even know. Let's see, what do we got? 1 person and 2. We got a hard. Can't even tell. But yeah, so if either I got to be able to clear them out completely myself or with limited people. But all right, yeah, like Doom Tower, you can see, hadn't even attempted it. Faction Wars, we'll show you dungeons real quick. I'm going to start working on these, and this is where I want to start making some more videos. The other part of the reason I'm doing this in the first place. Right now, I think I can do 9. I've tried 10, not so good. I've done a few upgrades. Might be able to clear 10, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. You want to at least try to get to 13. And hopefully I can start getting to 13 once I get Reliquary Tender up to level 50, maybe level 60. Should definitely be able to do it by then. And then push forward. And hopefully this is where Armor Girl would help out too. I don't know the turn meter actually affects the dragon, but you know that HP percentage does. So he'll definitely be a big help too. But for now, do this. But I want to go back through, all of these dungeons, stage 1, stage 2, make short little videos or whatever, what heroes can get you through it. But you can see I don't have too many 6 stars, so, we'll see what, as a 6 star, I can't go back, I can't make them 4 or 5 stars and say, oh yeah, Kale by himself can solo stage 5, as a level 50. I want to say I've done a little bit of farm. Yeah, 1 Fire Knight. That's probably for just a challenge. A little bit for Spider's Den, mainly for what's going on now. Plus, trying to start getting some jewelry. But Spider starts getting tough. But when want to make the videos of what heroes. So this will probably turn into an experimental account. What heroes, especially ones that are farmable. Your Warmaidens, your Shieldguards, your Armigers, War Priest. Or the free-to-play, but not the crazy free-to-play, like not 240 days in free-to-play, 30, maybe 60 free-to-play heroes, and see how far you can get, what you need to, how you need to gear them and all that. Kind of put out some guides like that, because, not everybody's got, what was it? I want to say 90, 100 days, like I said. Maybe 2 or 3 days ago, I finally pulled a Cold Heart. You watch all these other content creators and they're always Cold Heart, Cold Heart, Cold Heart. I don't have it. Finally got Cold Heart. I still don't have a Kale. I pulled several collects, Aethels, I got a couple of, and Elaine, a couple of. Still have yet to pull a Kale. I don't have a Madame Cerise. I don't have a Miscreated Monster. Some of the ones, and I do have a couple of Apothecaries, and he is definitely very helpful to your account, just like Reliquary Tender is. So there's good ones to pull there. Got away stage 7. Again, not really farming it, but was doing a challenge or something. A lot of my time has been spent here on Minotaur. I'm up to stage 12, so I'm here because I'm grinding through. Haven't been using my gems. I haven't even unlocked the gem shop to get their masteries up. Actually go, and I've been working on these 5 and these 5 alone. If I go here, yeah, Kale, Armiger, Shieldguard, Warmaiden, and Painkeeper, working on getting the scrolls so I can get their masteries. And those 5, no one else have I been working on their masteries. And then every once in a blue moon I'll do some farming. I might need to do some farming here while this is open, now that I've got Reliquary Tender. Got her ascended up to 4 stars now, but I don't know if I'm going to have enough potions for 5 and 6 star when we get to that point. Anyway, I'm moving on the campaign. You can see I'm on brutal. These are all 1 stars, so I haven't gone back through, but I have managed to clear all this. I think I had to do it with Warmaiden and Kale, and you may do it, but I can farm. Doesn't 100% work with Kale and whatever food and no gear, whatever. But about 99% of the time, every once in a blue moon, I'll just get that really, really, really bad RNG, and it'll fail. But otherwise, I can farm this. The reason I like this is selling the shields. I just go ahead and sell them. Don't need a curing set. Don't care about it. Sell it so I can get my silver up so that I can start upgrading those other sets. But I went ahead and finished it all through. I'll have to go back and 3-star it here, all of it at some point, so that I can get the rewards. Get all these rewards. But I want to get through it so I can farm and start getting there. Now on Warmaiden's up, I could probably go through, but like some of these, depending on the affinity matchup, Kale's pretty good here. Most of blue's good against or magic's good against the spirit affinities, so pretty good here. The only one is this 1 force. I'm kicking it there. I'm kicking him there by himself. I'm the positive matchup here, and neutral there. Same thing here. Same thing here. Same thing here. So this one's easy for me to go through. But is it this one? See, these are a lot of force, so not so easy going through with Kale being magic, going up against the wrong affinities here, especially Skull Crown. Oh my god, if you get her, she is great. I think the Skull Crown, that might be Sinesha, one of the two. No, that's Sinesha. Skull Crown here, oh my god. She was a game changer on my other account, but that'll be for another video. But as you can see, Force, 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 and Void. Very hard to do solo by himself and get 3 food. So if you have to push through some of the stuff with 2, even 3, hell, even if you're got 4 heroes and you're not really farming it, you might want to give it a shot to try and get to 12-3, So don't be afraid to push through a little bit where you're only farming 2, maybe even 1 piece of food for the experience, and the other is getting wasted. Yeah, I know it sucks, but you push through it 1 battle, you make it through. If you get all the way through and onto the next campaign area here, and then next thing you know, you're back to just 1 champion that's not getting any experience, and the other 2 or 3 are. Great. But let's see, I want to show you real quick. If you see on hard, all this, you'll see all these are all 3-star. So I've gone through with just 2 heroes or less and got it done. 3-starred it, claimed all these rewards. So yeah, I need to go back through and do brutal. Shouldn't be too bad. I want to say some of this. Nope. I literally was just blowing through it as fast as I can. But the video's getting pretty long there, especially since I haven't done one in a while. I wanted to update y'all, so I'm moving along. I might do one more here when I get my first, or when I get my 4th champion all the way up to level 60, which will be a Relic Contender. And then it could be a little while before I do another one, just because I'll go through and start trying to make some videos of how to get through some of these dungeons and or factions with what you got, or actually some different ones where I don't have a lot of god tier equipment, because trust me, the 2 things that these content creators put out, and God love them, I mean, they do some good videos, and they show you the potential of the champion, so I'm not knocking them 1 iota. But on the same token, see this Gray Hall? It's not that great. The sad part is this is way better than what I was pushing like day 75, and this is what my Great Hall look like I'm a main account, because I had summoned so many damn champions, so much gear. Not all of them were in gear, but you know, I had too many champions in crap gear, and too many champs over together that I pushed my player power up too far, and I only had like 2 legendaries. One of them was a total piece of crap. The other one's that I wasn't getting very far in the arena. I was lucky if I could get my 5 dailies done. And a lot of times, literally what I was doing is, I'd lose. I was bouncing literally between bronze 1 and 2. I'd jump into bronze 2. I'd purposely lose 1, 2, maybe even 3 battles. And then do a few that I could win, just so that I could get, a couple of bronze tokens. And that doesn't get me far. You need 50 here. Now I'll show you. I only got 1, right? But I got 94 silver. So if I wanted to upgrade this, look, it only costs 25 silver. So 1 silver is worth 2 bronze. I want to say 1 gold is worth 4 bronze. But it might be like 3, 3.5. It's kind of weird. But yeah, having a good Great Hall help. You'd be surprised how much it starts making a difference, especially once you start getting a level 4 and 5. Plus 30. That's a 2 or 3 star substat. Or or now you got to use a main piece of equipment for its main stat, like chest plate with resistance, which means you're sacrificing defense or crit rate or crit damage or HP, something else you might need, because your primary stat you might need resistance. Same thing with accuracy. I mean, it's only 10 right now, but you get up here at 30, and 80 makes a huge difference. So the more you can work this up, that makes it a lot easier to take maybe the same gear you got, but make it look a whole lot better, and then their champion easily goes through stuff. So there's that. But this situation we're dealt. Low spend, no spend. We're kind of in this, and here's where we're at. I need to do some upgrading. Just got to figure it out. And you got to figure out what you want to do and what champions you're using the most right now. Obviously, Kale's my big guy. Maybe Warmaiden. I could start helping Relic Contender a little bit, but you just need to figure out what you need and go from there. And then, like I said, your gear. It's hard to get 5-star gear right now. Start getting a Dragon 13. Start pushing into like Spider 10. That'll definitely help progress your game. Get some worthwhile heroes, but it doesn't matter how good the hero is. It's the gear that's on them. Kale in this gear, power 220, almost 23,000. She, Sathalia, not even 7,000. Not the best gear, obviously, but she's a support. And then she's hard as hell. No books, no books. You saw what I had, 1 legendary book. So yeah, booking out these legendaries. Now I could probably get her masters, but it takes a little while to grind. As you can see, I'm not full masteries on Kale. I can do a little update with Warmaiden, Shieldguard. I could do some updates on their masteries, and probably will here soon. But yeah, so legendaries aren't necessarily the best, but High Katoon, if I want to make her hit a little bit harder or whatever. But basically, for now, her speed aura is what is great for me. This is not bad just because decreasing the turn meter, but she's an epic, so I have some, but I'd rather use my epics on a better epic than High Katoon. But right now, her speed aura. Gorgorev's really good too. His speed order is not as good, but it's based on base speed, and hers is 97. I can't remember. I want to say it corrects. Well, we can see she's a barbarian. Go to clan here real quick. I'm running longer on than I wanted to. High Katoon, barbarian. Fully ascended level 60 speed goes up to 104. So you got to get her fully ascended to get the 104, where Gorgorab tops out at 97. And of course, you got to have him 6-starred as well, fully ascended to get that. And there's other speed champions, but you're going to get High Katoon. So she's a good one to do. That way you can do speed leading, and you make her as fast as possible. Like if you're doing a arena team and you wanted a speed tune, you can do, you go to Deadwood Jedi's page and really speed tune, fine tune the speed tune of your champions. And I recommend you do that. And I'm just going to pick one here just to show. But once I get her up a little bit and geared, I'll put her as my speed lead. Warmaiden, dropping defense. I want her probably to go second. Maybe I have a cleanser or whatever. So whatever, say I got High Katoon up to a speed of 200. Warmaiden, I want it about 90%. So 180-ish. That's what I kind of want her speed to fall behind. And then Kale, I'd probably maybe want it 175. I would like to have Reliquid Tender. That way, if someone gets some buffs put on them or whatever, I get cut in on her or whatnot. She can clear them off and he can go again. Hopefully, they survive the first round, because usually it's a one and done, but you might get a second chance. And if you got a bunch of debuffs put on you, she'll clean them off. So you'd want her going fourth. That would probably be my team. Maybe have Shieldguard in fourth instead, but right now, since she can revive, that's why she's in there for now. I'll have to look a little harder and figure out what other heroes might be helpful. I might want to go with a secondary nuker. Of course, Shieldguard can hit pretty doggone hard, but it's a matter of getting the equipment there. Armor Girl, of course, hits real hard, but his is max HP and it's not an AoE, where Shieldguard's is. So, but yeah, speed lead, drop defense, and then 1 or 2 nukers, or a nuker and a healer, or a nuker and a debuff remover, maybe an increased attack. Decrease the enemy's defense, increase your attack, whatever other buff that needs to be put out there, and then your nuker. That'd be great. Apothecary gives you extra speed and stuff. He's good to have. Attacks 3 times, not a big deal, but that's good for Fire Knights. Heals. So he's your healer. Plus he gives you increased speed and fills the turn meter by 15%. That helps your team go next. So yeah, you want to up him with speed. And then increasing defense and dungeons. Now this is just dungeons, so you can't use him in Doom Tower. Not going to work with a clan boss. Just dungeons. Not going to work in faction wars or whatever. But that could be useful in, like I said, dungeons. But yeah, so healer. He's definitely a healer. Nuker. Who is this? I have no idea. Never heard of Linkus the Chosen, but legendary attacks, place continuous heal. Teams up with 3 random, so that's a yeah, that's a good one. To attack, but a single enemy. Now, if you pull a Farrak in the Fat, yes, you definitely want to invest your resources if you want to go anywhere in Arena. He is a game changer for Arena. I tell you what, struggling. They changed the content, and like you see, we're in Silver 3. My main account was the same thing though. At least I was finally getting into Silver after being stuck between Bronze 1 and 2 for months. And then, so I was doing just as good here as there. Then I got Farrakin, and I got Skull Crown, and boom. Now I'm hitting gold 4. Don't have that much power. I'm like 102 team power, really. But those two make a huge difference. And like at the end of the week, I'll probably fall down to gold 3. But I'm maintaining, not winning them all, or I'm having to take a long time to pick and choose. But those two are definitely a big, huge difference. But if you don't get them, you don't get them. I got lucky, so that's kind of helping. And my great haul on my main account has just made leaps and bounds strides compared to where it was. But all right, we're pushing close to 45 minutes to an hour here. I don't want to make this video any longer than it needs to be for now. I'll give another update here soon. Of course, before I even post all these, they'll probably all be ready. But I want to start getting to where figuring out how to gear realistically for a free-to-play player to use whatever resources you might have as far as gearing and champions, and get to at least those pivotal points where you're finally starting to get to, you can get the 6-star equipment or the 4 or 5-star artifacts from spiders that will be helpful and start helping you push. Of course, the other problem is it just takes so much coin to grind it up, and that's the one thing I hate the most. Is I just trying to figure out, you got all these champions, you're trying to figure out between 9 pieces how to get the stats where you want, going through all that equipment. It's just crazy. Plus grinding it up, and then it eats up all your silver. When literally you could have 20 million coin and starting from scratch, boom, I could eat all that up and maybe not even have all these up to level 16 on just one hero. So yeah, and of course by now you've seen how slow it is to spin up the artifacts. So yeah, that part's tedious. I don't like it, but we'll start doing it. I'll start making a few more videos, and if you like them, great, and if you don't, well, you don't. I'm not trying to be a content creator. I'm just trying to be helpful. But I'm going to sign off for now. Good luck.